Hello, everyone. This is our seawall project for group one. I'm Dylan, and there's Angela, Jose, Lex, and Quincy. All right, so in this project presentation, we're going to cover the narrative description, our budget and our trade-offs, as well as the outcomes and lessons learned while we did this project.
So first, the narrative description. We started by having 3 trucks all going to Ronin Supplies, Dylan, then Angela, then Jose. And once they came back, Quincy picked up some bricks, and then once she finished laying them down, she became a truck driver, going to Ronin Supplies as well. Dylan, Angela, and Jose all left again. Quincy switched again to being a mason after dropping off her bricks. Then a couple more trucks came and went, and then Quincy switched back to being a truck driver, at which point, once she came back, she switched to being a mason again and finished off as a mason. Then finally, Angela came back. She was the final truck. Lex picked up her bricks and finished the project in 348 seconds.
For our estimated project costs, we had to consider the wages. So we had 3 truckers and 2 masons. And for bricks, we picked them up at Ronin, which made it a little more expensive, but we saved on fuel. The fuel was calculated based on the amount of gas that was used while driving and as well as the idling time. In which case we used the amount of gas we used to determine the environmental tax.
As Angela mentioned, we had a couple trade-offs. The first was with bricks. We chose to supply all of our bricks from Ronin, which saved a lot in terms of time, but it was a bit more expensive in terms of bricks, but that canceled out in terms of how much time we were saving. And then also we traded simplicity for time efficiency. So our plan was a little complicated, but it did mean that we finished everything in under 6 minutes. So we didn't have to pay for an extra minute, which would have added significantly to the wages.
Like Quincy just mentioned, one of the key lessons we learned from this is that the simplest option is not always the cheapest, and sometimes you have to sacrifice simplicity to save money and time. The main thing that didn't go as planned from our bid was it took a few less seconds for the masons to pick up the bricks that the trucks had just dropped off than we'd expected. We'd built in 5 seconds of leeway for each handoff, essentially, and that time turned out to be shorter. So we learned that details are super important and we need to be careful with these things. And finally, we learned that teamwork is vital because we were able to complete the best project we could by checking each other's work and cooperating.